Welcome back. We're doing some more Dark Souls 3. You might notice right off the bat that we have 2 fire bombs. And you might be thinking, well, last time we had 3 at the end. I accidentally threw one. As soon as I pressed stop recording, I accidentally threw one. So, that's my bad. I'm dumb. Don't worry. You don't have to tell me in the comments. I already know I'm dumb. We're gonna wait for that guy to pass. And we might actually be able to just kind of sneak our way down. Alright? We'll try. Sweet. We're still doing the batch recording. I've kind of settled that we're going to do 3. Just because I want to leave a little bit of time for you guys to leave some feedback before we keep going with this. And I think, I don't know, 3 episodes to start out with is decent. Saying that though, I still might change my mind. Because I kind of tend to do that quite a bit. We need to go get our souls. If you remember last time we died, right at the end, and we had, what, like 4,000 souls? We kind of don't want to lose those this early on. Just because those are kind of important. Also, we're getting shot at already. Oh, we blocked it this time. Throw him down there. He'll come back. And that guy we just launched down there. There he is. We'll wait for him. Anytime now. Black Dynamite don't get all day. Oh. Okay. He's immune when he's coming up the ladder. That makes sense. Oh, so we're gonna take off our helmet. Just so we can look at Joe Dirt, Black Dynamite. Because I think he looks funny. And I quite like the look of him. He's definitely something that's worth looking at. And hopefully those guys back there don't attack us. We just want to get rid of this guy. Come on. I know you're going to try to shield bash me. Oh. Oh, I wanted to get a backstab in. That shield bash is brutal, by the way. It'll take away almost all your stamina. Come on. Nice. These guys are a little bit harder to get behind than the normal knight-looking guys. Oh. Nice. You kind of get used to fighting them after a while. And I did a lot of farming for their armor early when this first came out. And let me tell you, their armor is not that easy to get without the, what do you call it, the gold covetous ring? Which same thing goes for Dark Souls 1. Those guys kind of remind me of the Baldur Knights a little bit, just their armor set. And yeah, Baldur Knights, they didn't really drop any of their gear all that often. Which kind of sucked, because their gear was cool. At least the weapons were. The armor was kind of, yeah, you know. It wasn't the elite armor set. I'll say that much. Elite armor sets, OG. And I think that's in this game, right? Henri has it. Is that better? Not really. That's actually worse in every way. And we can't lock onto you for some reason. We're gonna meet Henri later on. I don't know how I feel about Henri. She's there's 2 Henris. There's a male and a female version, kind of depending on which gender your character is. I like the female one. I don't really like the male one. He kind of gives me like this kind of Ken doll attitude, and I don't really like him. I was hoping he set off the fire barrels next to him. That's alright. As long as we only get one at a time, unlike last time. The last time didn't go so great. Nice. And I don't have a timer for this episode, so we're just gonna kind of wing it on how long we go. Oh. Oh. Please. Oh, we got saved there. You can kind of stun lock these guys pretty easily. Come on. Nice. I'm kind of going back to what I was saying in the last episode where they took out basically poise for enemies and players, which I think is a dumb decision. I'm sorry, but it's just dumb. I kind of understand why they did it for PvP's sake, but PvE, that does not make a bit of sense. Also, we get the cell key here, which we're going to go back and use after we kill the boss in this area. I think there's one more item over here we can grab. Nice, tight nut shard. Do we have enough to upgrade? Yes, we do. So we're going to go and do that as soon as we get back too. And we see a very interesting little enemy down here. If you would come around. It's kind of our first look at a winged knight. I like the design of these guys. I don't like how much damage they do. Or their attacks, because their attacks are pretty crazy. He does a spin attack that's basically guaranteed kill this early on. So we get a good look at him. There he is. He's a big boy. He's a real big boy. We're gonna run away from him for now. And he's right behind us. Yeah. Yeah. I've never actually seen him come out of that little area. Hello. Just kind of... Okay. We'll leave you alone, dude. Just please. If you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. Don't worry. We'll come back home later. I think he gives you a free ember or something. But for now, he's a little bit of a tough enemy. I'll get 4 of them here. Reminds me of Dark Souls 1, the Undead Burg. We're going to be talking about Dark Souls 1 a lot throughout this, just because there's a lot of relations between the two. Which, you know, I kind of already voiced my opinion on that in the last episode, so I'm not going to do it again. If you didn't watch it, and you want my opinion, sorry, but you're going to have to watch it. I think it's like 20 minutes in, that'll help you out. The long and short of it, though, I think this game could have been a lot better if they didn't focus on so many references to the first and second game. But that's just my opinion, and we all know how my opinion is. It's bad. You notice this area looks a little bit familiar. It might be the first bonfire. Actually, he's gonna run past all these dogs. That's because I don't want to get attacked by the crossbow guy and the dogs at once. Nice. The dogs are kind of unique in this, just because if you hit them with a fire attack, they'll basically freak out, and you can get free hits in. Is that better than what... Well, I guess it's automatically better than what we have. We don't have anything equipped. No, it's worse. But we can see Black Dynamite's face while we wear it, so we're going to do that. And we're going to go ahead and go back to Firelink Shrine. And there's one more enemy we want to fight before we go to the boss fight here. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get to it. But he was in the first era. And there's probably going to be a comment saying, oh, you skipped this guy. No, we didn't skip him. We're going to go back to him. Don't worry. Crush up some souls here. Now, normally you don't want to crush souls if you are going to have extra, but I really don't care. I'm not going to sit here and do the math between how many levels we need and how many levels are going to be extra. So we're just going to use them all. Reinforce that. And reinforce a weapon. I think. Broadsword's slightly better, but it has worse scaling, right? That has descaling. Oh, this broadsword actually has better scaling. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Real quick. I want to know what the difference in attacks is. Alright, so this is longsword. That for R1. That for R2, two-handed R1, and two-handed R2. And then you have a little jumping attack, which doesn't really matter. For this, that's R1. R2 is that, so we kind of don't have the thrusting attack anymore. And then what's the jumping attack like? Maybe? Okay, it's the same. Yeah, I guess let's do broadsword. It's a little bit shorter, isn't it? Yeah. For the sake of damage and scaling, we're gonna do broadsword. That wasn't really my plan, but it is now. Also, it has a little bit more durability, so it'll last us longer throughout these levels. I mean, there is some pretty long levels where weapons do tend to break. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Andre. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna go ahead and level up. Guess we do dex. Actually, this says this. What we have now is a scaling of strength. I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna scale up his strength. Just because that'll give us more damage. Yep, C scaling. And actually, one more thing. Okay, it's a raw gem. We don't have a sharp gem yet. Once we get a sharp gem, I think you can make refined weapons, and that'll increase the scaling at the cost of a little bit of base damage. Which, no, I'm fine with. And we're gonna go back here. And we're gonna fight the enemy that we skipped first game. Your first episode, sorry. That I'm sure there's gonna be at least one comment saying, oh hey, you skipped this. No, we didn't. It's kind of a little bit of faith that I'm gonna go back and eventually get it. Although in the future, you know, it's probably best to leave me a comment saying I skipped things, because odds are I probably am gonna skip things. This is just the only exception. Also, this is kind of out of the blue, but we did this with Skyrim, and I kind of want to do this here, just while we have a little bit of free time. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of ask some questions every once in a while. Just kind of start a conversation with you guys. We're going to fight this guy first, though. And hopefully we don't get killed by him. Come on, come on. Oh, I knew he was going to do it. I want to wait for him to do an attack before we... There we go. Just kind of make sure we get him on the recoil. Okay, that actually hurt us. He rolled away. Okay. Well, we can go snag this item then. I don't know what this is, actually. I think it's more souls. Nice. It's actually a pretty decent soul pickup. But yeah, I'm curious as to what your guys' favorite horror movie is. I know it's kind of out of the blue, but I recently watched The Thing. The original Thing, not the, I think it was 2011 thing. Mainly just because McCready really is the best character in like any movie ever. And I don't know who plays him. I totally forget the name, but he does a great job of it. Also, like, all effects are not CGI. They're actually practical effects, which makes it look even better. But yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys' favorite horror movies, or just any movie in general. You know, if you don't like horror movies, just let me know. I'm just kind of looking for something new to watch. And I think there's one more item over here we're gonna grab. I think. It's off this way, right? Yep. But yeah, the original thing was great, and then they had the prequel to it in 2011. And I don't really know what happened with that movie, but it does not look good. Like, the CGI is not what it should be. But it's still, I mean, a decent movie. I give it a 7. I give the original like a solid 9.5. Anyway, that's just me making some conversation while we run back and forth here. Just kill a little bit of time. And we actually have enough to level up. 800 souls, that's pretty nice. 200, I think this one's like 50. It's not even worth crushing. We're gonna level up one more time and then we're gonna go kill the boss. The board of the valley or whatever his name is. The big dog, the big frost dog. That's all I can remember from him. He has a mace too for some reason.
Welcome home,
I know. We just want to level up, please. This is why it's better to level up at bonfires. You don't have to deal with NPCs.
Farewell, Asher.
Yes, we know. Bye. Oh, Dark Souls 3, why did you ruin a good system? I guess Dark Souls 2 did kind of ruin it, but Dark Souls 3 followed that same pattern. I think we want this one, right? Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. Spook. Black Dynamite takes offense. You can't just call him something like that. That's wrong. If he would have dropped a steel helmet again, that'd been funny. But no, we aren't that lucky. We don't get more than one steel helmet. Actually, can we get a good drop? Oh, I was hoping that would have been a one hit. And now we're having a bad time. We're gonna heal up. Also, there's kind of a system in this where if you kill a certain amount of enemies, you get Estus back. I'm not too sure about how that works. I know it's a thing though. And I do like it better than the life gems in Souls 2. Because life gems were kind of cheap. You could just keep buying them. And they made the game ridiculously easy. Nice. That R2 attack takes way too long to wind up. Yeah. More green blossoms. Those will boost our stamina. Which, I think, right? Yeah, boost stamina. We don't need that. We're probably not going to use a lot of temporary items unless they're like fire bombs or throwing knives. Also, I think throwing knives scale in this, right? They went the Bloodborne route. Yeah, they have scaling. Which we're actually going to use these. If you're a Dex character, throwing knives are great. But that's kind of the meme. You know, nobody levels up Dex. And if you do, you don't tell anyone about it. At least that's my understanding of the meme. I'm not too good with those old memes. Come on. Come on. Just want to get one of these guys in time. Oh, don't give me the shield bash. Come on. I'm trying to get a backstab. Don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Oh well. You see we're doing a considerable amount of damage to these guys now. As opposed to before where we had less weapon damage. Ooh. Come on. I was trying to be cool with that shield bash dodge. Nice. We got some gauntlets actually. Are those better? I think they should be. Yes. Except for... You wanna know something dumb? Look right here. This stat doesn't matter. That stat does not matter at all. But again, we already talked about that, so I'm not gonna waste your time ranting about it again. Also, that should have been a block, but okay. It's alright. We should only need 4 Estus to fight the boss. Please. Please. We are so bad. This dude just drained your stamina. There we go. Oh, he's not gonna drop anything. It'd been cool if all of them dropped something. Oh, so this is Lucerne. It scales with quality pretty nicely. We might end up using it later on kind of as a backup weapon, just because the broadsword doesn't have any range. And Lucerne has a ton of range. Also, here comes the weirdest character in the whole game. Ready? You ready? Besides Grandma. Grandma's the weirdest character, but this one's a close second.
Ah, the wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly.
Yeah, go ahead.
You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their journey homes converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed.
Black Dynamite's face is so weird.
This farewell gift is for you.
She gives
It
us
is the insignia of
covenant.
an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers,
Trespasses.
then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits.
We're probably not going to use that.
Unkindled one, head to the go through the great gate, but beware.
The dog.
The dog keeps a close eye on things.
Oh,
The vile
the dog.
watchdog of the Boreal.
Okay. I think she might say something else after that, but we don't really care. She mentions a watchdog, which is all we really cared about in the whole conversation. Because that's the boss we're about to go fight. And honestly, I do like this boss a lot, but I think he's super easy. And you'll kind of see what I mean here. It's a sneaky crossbow guy right here. Just because this, you can just sit underneath him. Like the classic Dark Souls thing, you know, if the enemy's a lot bigger than you, you just sit either behind him or underneath him. It works in this case too. The only case I think that doesn't work is the dog in Dark Souls 1, Sif. Just because he does insane flips and spins. And actually, we're gonna heal up. 3 Estus. Can we do it 3 Estus? We're gonna find out. We are going to find out. Man, cutscene. Could it be? It's the Doge. Invisible Doge. Honestly, he should have been barking. If they would have made an enemy that barks, that would have been great. And now we kind of see where you can just sit underneath him. Yep. Attacks don't do anything. Swear you're underneath him. Kind of gets a little bit harder. Nice. Oh, I should have ran to him earlier. Easiest fight. Easiest fight by far. And we got a little bit cold. I don't know what the frostbite thing does. I think it like slows your stamina or something, but yeah, that fight's a joke, honestly. And I feel kind of bad. So we have to kill the Doge. We're actually gonna drop it here. We're gonna come back next time. We're gonna do one more episode in this batch, and then I'm gonna wait for you guys to leave some feedback, and then we'll pick it up again in a couple days. But it's been fun adventuring Black Dynamite. It's been a blast. Killed a dog. Kind of upset about that, but next time we're gonna kill more things, so we're gonna get used to it. Black Dynamite's a killer, and he's excited to kill more. So I will see you guys next time.